Okay, welcome to Ohio University's Higher Education and Student Affairs program. This is Li Jin Yang. I'm an associate professor in the program. Have been here for 8 years. From this year, I became the program coordinator, and I'm the host for this informational meeting for the online Master in Higher Education program. This is our PowerPoint. And a little bit about Ohio University and Athens, the main campus who will be the home campus for your online Masters in Higher Education program. So I know you probably may not be able to make it to campus, but still good to know where our faculty work located and where other students in our program live or work or study. So Ohio University is a mid-sized public research university, and currently about 20,000 students in Athens campus, and we have 6 or 7 other branch campuses across the state of Ohio, so adding together about 30,000 students. And Athens is a small college town located in southeast of Ohio. It's about probably 1 hour drive from Columbus, Ohio. Columbus is the capital city of Ohio. And things to do in and around Athens. So this is the most beautiful season of Athens. So we have a lot of natural resources, natural parks in the state of Ohio. So it's very easy to get access to. So from campus, like 15 minutes or even 10 minutes, there are small parks and with lakes, with a little hill, with a good trails, with beautiful leaves at the season. So I just took my daughter to visit those natural parks in the past few weekends. And they hosted those a lot of those kind of the natural, the animal, the herbal, the tea, and the trail, those type of how to say, those not workshops, but meetings with the tourists. And we have a lot of farm-to-table restaurants. So the neighbor farmers, they send their produce to the rural auction, farmers market, or any other venues. So the restaurants here are very the food they prepared are from the local farm, very localized, very tasty. And a lot of festivals. So Ohio University, the state of Ohio has those unique fruit. You probably heard pawpaw. So we have pawpaw fruit festivals. We have music festival. We have international affairs student. We call it, how to say, international. I forgot. It's about the University International Education Weekend. So all the international student unions, organizations would go to the street to have their booths, have their kind of stands to demonstrate their home culture, and also sell some cultural foods. And the university, one of my favorite festival of the university is the homecoming weekend. So many alumni from all over the states or from other countries travel to Athens, Ohio to celebrate the homecoming. And we have one of the best in the nation, the marching band. So they have presented at Macy's, I think, Christmas parade before. So a lot of fun things to do. And yes, so you never get bored here in this small college town. And the faculty, we have currently 5 full-time faculty, and on the slide, okay, so Dr. Laura Harrison and P. Mather are both full-time ranked, and Dr. Dave and I are both associate ranked, and Lisa Unetz, she is new to our program. So I will introduce a little more. Excuse me. Dr. Laura Harrison, she's award-winning faculty in Ohio University. She won one of those most competitive teaching award of the university. So she has a background from University of San Francisco, with the PhD in organization and the leadership, and the master and bachelor's degree are both from Ohio University. So she, this is her home campus. And the courses she taught, she's teaching include helping skills, college teaching, scholar writing, diversity, and leadership. She writes beautifully, so she is very productive in writing too. Her English kind of study background certainly helps. And she teaches those more advanced research or dissertation writing course. And also her counseling helps with her helping skill. That course, the students just found that it's very helpful, especially like student needs help during the pandemic, how the advisors may approach the student, how they conduct the conversation, how the advisors may best help the student, so may provide the best support. And she also taught diversity and leadership. The scholar interests are aligned with her teaching interests as well. So her scholarship are in the field of teaching and learning and educational equality or inequality. So mostly from a gender perspective. So recently she is doing a research on critical race theory. It's interesting from the white perspective instead of from minority perspective during the pandemic. And teaching philosophy in 5 words or less, high warmth, high rigor. So she pursues high rigor and provides rich feedback to student homework. And the fun fact, she is very productive. She's also has strong work ethic, and during the summer she's even very busy with this qualitative research project. She coded 6,000 codes, the data, so collected with the student chat, and also has a cute dog named Penny. So this is Dr. Laura Harrison. And Dr. P. Mather, he is on sabbatical this year, but he will return next year. And the education background, he holds a doctorate in student affairs and nutrition from University of Georgia, and a master's degree from Bowling Green State in college student personnel, and a bachelor in philosophy from University of Indianapolis. He teaches intro to higher education, appreciative education, history, and philosophy in American higher education. So if you kind of want to take courses related to advising, helping skills, positive psychology, those prepare you to have those good advising skills, counseling skill to the student. So he's a very good professor to help you with that. And his scholarly interests including mentoring, service learning, positive psychology, and his teaching philosophy inspired to live flourishing life. And he live currently out of a car top 10 to this year, but I don't believe that for this moment because it's getting colder, and he probably needs to come back. He will come back during the winter season and then traveling out again in the spring for his fellowship. And he is very highly kind of engaged in the university administrations. He was the previous board of trustees secretary, and he was also the former interim dean of undergraduate college. So he took multiple leadership positions in the university, also the former department chair. He's very well respected. And what else missing from Dr. Piman? Oh, he led quite a few trips to Ecuador in the past for service learning. So, and Dr. D Wen, this is another very well-established, very highly achieved, very productive faculty in our program. So honestly, you do not see many other programs having such outstanding faculty. So Dr. D Wen is currently the interim associate dean of the Patton College of Education at Ohio University. And he is the faculty speaker for the commencement in the fall. So he won the best graduate faculty award in the university. And he's still in his early career. He just got promoted to be associate professor. So, he has an education background in PhD from Michigan State in higher education, and a master from Northeastern University in college student development and counseling, and a bachelor and a master from accounting and marketing from Syracuse University. He teaches student development theory, theory practice, campus environments, organic gov, research design, things. And the scholar interests, he does a lot of research on access equity through or beyond post-secondary education, with a particular emphasis on marginalized student college population, like LGBT, low income. So his perspective is similar to mine. So he took this financial perspective to look into the access equity issue. I also took financial perspective, but my approach is more quantitative. He's more qualitative or mixed method. And his teaching philosophy engaged the whole student. And the fun fact, ported a canoe 17 miles. That's amazing. So I cannot do that. So this is about him. And Dr. Lisa Younes, again, this is another outstanding faculty in our program, just newly joined us in this fall. And she holds a postdoc from Gwent University and a doctorate in higher education from Boston College. So Boston College has one of our the best higher education program in the nation, and a master's from Harvard University in international education policy, and a bachelor from Smith College in German studies. She has traveled to Germany for her program. So probably I should move the image here. Sorry, this blocks her photo in the previous few slides. So hope you do not mind that. Okay, the courses she is teaching: student affairs, org and admin, theory to practice seminar, practicum, leadership, change, and campus environment. And scholar interests include higher education access and experience among displaced populations, higher education governance, international alumni affair, and cross-national construction of diversity. So her teaching philosophy is self-guided inquiry, equity orientation. So again, so equity is a constant theme for all the faculty in our program, including me. And her approach is international as well. She studied a lot of those displaced populations, like undocumented student, and also those international kind of asylum-seeking people, like from Africa or from Middle East, coming to the United States or coming to Germany. So, and her fun fact: she once played football with the German DJ on the radio. So interesting. And next is me. Probably from the name, you would say I'm from China. This is kind of a Chinese name. So my pronunciation is Lijing Yang. So you can just call me as close as you can, but never that's okay. So close is okay. And my education background, I had a postdoc from University of Georgia and has a doctorate from University of Michigan, and my master and undergraduate both from China in Chinese literature, just from similar to Dr. Harrison, English literature in the United States, but it's totally different language. So it took me a long time to complete my PhD degree in English. So, and also you can see the diversity of the faculty. So we represent different gender orientation, different international citizenship, and a different kind of background, first gen or non-first gen. So minority and non-minority, right? So, and I teach those quantitative based courses, as you can see: assessment, evaluation, theory to practice. Theory practice is not quantitative based, it's more helping the student prepare for their job search, which is crucially important for their job placement, and also transition from graduate students to the first year professional. So we're very successful. So our student job placement rate has been close to 100%. So, and finance and budgeting in higher education, and policy perspectives, and international comparative higher education, and the database and statistics. And my scholar interests mostly using quantitative methods to analyze policy issues, finance issues, and international studies. And the teaching philosophy, learning by doing, probably, teaching quantitative, those concepts, those terms. If the student only learn the equations, only learn kind of the mathematics, they will forget. So I have to provide opportunities for them to integrate the theories, the formulas, the equations into the literature and into the database, into the analysis, into a real world problem, so that student can link to their personal experience, professional experience, as well as the literature. So that's enhance their understanding and enhance their practice, and enhance kind of their application as well, so that they will not forget. And the fun fact, I organized donation of masks during the pandemic to the local, the Athens, Ohio Department of Health, because most of the masks were produced in my home country, China. We have network over there. So, and our Chinese students on campus and our Chinese faculty at Ohio University, we love our campus, we love our college town. So we would like to help the university and the community at a time of need. So that's about the people who you will meet for your classes, for the coursework. And these are some highlights of our program. So this is a very scholarly, practitioner-based graduate program. So we strongly kind of integrate theory into practice. So we ask the student to relate the project in their course if they fulfill the requirement for the course. So they have to apply and integrate theory into practice. And compare with a lot of other programs. So this is kind of minimized process for a master program. It's only 30 credit hours. And for, excuse me, for the same masters, not the same, excuse me, I have to get some water, I'm sorry. Okay, so we have another master degree program in the same higher education student affairs program. It's called college student personnel. They require 48 credit hours, but this one is only 30 credit hours, but it meets the university criterion to offer a master degree. Its minimum is 30 credit hours. So it takes about, if you take 2 courses per semester, not missing any semester, even including summer. So we offer courses in the summer as well. So if you do not miss anything, you will be graduate within 2 years. So, and it often requires collaboration with other students in the coursework. So we do the group project, and also I created a Microsoft Teams meeting group for the master in higher education cohort. So all the students, if they can convene meeting on their own to discuss any academic or non-academic related issues for group project, etc. So the little bit of social interaction over there, although you cannot meet in person. Some of them, probably they are located in state of Ohio. So anyhow, at any point, so they can convene a meeting relatively more conveniently. The curriculum is built for working professionals. So if you are currently employed by a Ohio University, not by Ohio, by a higher education institution, so that'd be perfect. But this program is also helping professionals like you are interested in working in higher education institutions in the future. So we're here to help you prepare for that transition. And this is also because this is this is shared resources. Higher Education and Student Affairs program, we call HASA. Our program offer a bunch of professional development opportunities within the program, and also Patton College of Education and the university. We share those resources via our newsletters. So every month we host about 1 or 2 professional development workshops. The recent 2 include, one is publishing tips, another is critical race theory, and the coming one is about job search. And in the past, we often encourage faculty to to give those helpful updates about how to write research, how to pursue a research topic, what the typical process of completing a publication like, and how to preparing for conference proposals, and the updated research projects, like Dr. Laura Harrison just completed one with the critical race theory. So we just invited her to present her recent research. So anything that our students interested and requested, we would find resources to present those things. And there's funding available within the College of Education and the Graduate Council for research and the conference participation. So you have 2 opportunities. One is with the College of Education. In the past, we provide about $250 for the student conference participation, and the Graduate Council also provide $250. And if you collaborate with the faculty for research project, you have opportunity to earn about $2,000 for research funding to cover anything like human subject, like the interview fees, the equipment, the purchase of the database, so etc. And the cohort model, so we approximately have 15 to 25 students start every other year. So because the student complete their degree in 2 years, so we run this cohort every other year, not every year. So after this cohort has finished, we will launch another new cohort. So the current cohort has started from the past spring. So most students joined in the fall. So we currently have about 10 to 13 students in the cohort at the different stages. So we're recruiting a few more students to join us in the spring. So if you are interested in applying and enroll in the spring semester, the deadline to apply the next page. So it is also for our webpage, sorry. It's not on this page. I think that's probably not the updated. So I can show you our website. So it's December 1st. So let me just move to that website. I'm sorry, the website has not been put in the, how to do this. Just to go to CSP Ohio first, then there's a link. If I search Master in Higher Education, so that's will not lead me to that website directly. And I often, CSP Master in Higher Education, Ohio University. So it doesn't show me the left column. Let me open the other. So today, here. See, I cannot just. So here it is, Master in Higher Education online. So is if because you are not Ohio University employee, so this application deadline does not apply to you. And the application for spring semester is December 1st. So just a few weeks away. And if you miss this deadline, so you have to apply in the fall, not in the spring, in the fall again to apply for the next cohort. So I hope that is clear. And also our program curriculum requirement and also the faculty diversity statements, learning objectives, and newsletters. So just want to check, just want to show you the beautiful newsletters we have created, our faculty and student presentation at conferences, and the student participation in those national conferences. Their proposal got accepted. So this is the CSP cohort. So every newsletter, we will feature different cohort. So this is Dr. Wen will be the commencement speaker and some resources. So, and this is Dr. P. Mather's sabbatical trip. So, and there are other events we gather, and we follow those Facebook, LinkedIn, those website. So if we have those work opportunities, we would post those opportunities over there. So let's see. Hopefully this helps me go back. Let me check. Okay, good. So, we have a student organization called SPAR. They also organize something very interesting. This weekend, they have the movie night. So last few weekend, they have the social gathering for lunch, but I'm sorry if you are online. So you can try to make it one of them. So otherwise, you can just stay connected with your MHE cohort, Master in Higher Education online cohort on those Teams meeting and see what the best way to gather together. So I'm sorry, but yes, we can make that up. And the program goals, so our learning goals, learning objectives are updated on our website. So you probably have seen that. So basically it's about the learning of, let's do that again, sorry, SSP. So about from every course, you get a little one perspective, like historical perspective. From org and gov, you got another perspective, financial diversity policy, campus environment, and the other contemporary issues concerning higher education. So this is the comprehension. And then we foster the application of the knowledge, skills, and the method to critically analyze and evaluate relevant literature and those policy, and then integrate theory and practice through the course assignment and the capstone experience. The capstone would be the opportunity for you to apply what you have learned to analyze a critical policy topic. So, and the curriculum overview. So the fall semester, the student took college student development and higher education in the United States. So in the spring semester, they will take finance, budgeting, and the research method. And in the summer, take diversity, org, and gov. So every course about 3 credit hours. So every semester, you take 6 credits. And then the next fall, you take leadership and change, legal issues. The legal issues is offered by our associate counsel in general from the legal affairs office. So they have rich experience about higher education laws and how the institution respond to those those cases and those changing environment. And the spring semester, you will have a capstone. Capstone is an extensive literature review for you to apply the knowledge, skills, the methods, theories to critically analyze a particular issue of your interest. And the special topics, currently we are thinking about international comparative, that topic, because 2 of our faculty specialize in international issues. But this special topic can be student advanced development theory, can be intervention, behavioral intervention, behavioral, that topic, or could be other topics. So of our faculty interests or expertise. And this is just one course example. So the summary of this course, it's just the in-depth of the internal internal organizational pattern and structure of a variety of institutions. So they have all those type of institutions, Hispanic serving, those minority serving, HBCU, community college, 4-year institution, private institutions, and provide a context for the study of organic gov in higher education and enhance student ability to understand org of higher education, analyze organizations to act. So this is a very high level of learning outcome. So it's not only about learning, understanding, it's about also act as well, and about decision making as well. And on the sample assignment is to build institutional policy. So you can help create that policy by you and by collaboration with your group partners. So in response to particular incident happening on campus. So it's a group project. Each group will develop a policy and diffuse it through a particular department of institution. So it's very interesting. And finance budgeting, I teach this course. So the summary would be, it introduces some foundational theories and economic concepts that can be applied into the higher education policymaking or study of the policy. So I introduced 3 groups of economics theories, like human capital investment. So why student, why government investment in capital, how much the investment yield for private rate of return and social rate of return, and demand and supply, how different group of students respond to different type of tuition and different type of institutions tuition. So what their elasticity, so how the institution supply higher education seats under government decline in appropriations to institutions, especially during the pandemic. So how the supply is shrinking under privatization, and the computation and the production. So there are different computation structure, like doctoral market is more oligarchy, but oligarchy, not monopoly or oligarchy, but for master's and bachelor's degree institution, they are more competitive. And for the production, they have to concern about the average cost of educating each student, what the marginal cost, and what the economy of scale, what the economy scope. So, and then apply them to higher education finance, and then examine the role of federal, state government in financing higher education. The federal policy mainly include the financial aid policy and the research finance for the research institutions. And the state policies regarding higher education include higher education institutions appropriations and also financial aid to students. So we will talk about the performance-based funding policy that emerged recently, and then discuss how the federal and state government finance may affect students' access, college choice, retention, and graduation. and as well as equity and equity and social justice issues in those outcomes. And also I pick up a few topics like community college financing, so which is has different pattern than four-year institution, and I compare different rural, urban, and suburban, those patterns in student financing in community colleges. And also the world trend in higher education finance. So a lot of countries started adopting American this privatization strategies. So changed from free tuition to charging tuition, and even to charge high tuition. But in some countries, it's more flat rate or nominal. It's a small rate of tuition, like UK, and some of them they use those national loan scheme. So the student do not have to worry about tuition, do not need to worry about repayment. But the United States is in the very far end of the privatization in the world. So then the assignment would be critical analysis of a significant finance or budgeting issue of your interest. I encourage you to check the newspapers and the Chronicle of Higher Education, the magazines in higher education, or the website to pick up a very timely topic in the field. For example, so currently the pandemic, probably a lot of institutions just went bankruptcy. So you can pick up that topic, why the institution went into bankruptcy. So where they fail. So how did they recruit students? How did they retain students, like that? So explain the various finance policies and budgeting implementations, and connect your understanding from the literature to apply that into this kind of this timely issue. And you can approach this issue from different perspectives, from multiple literature clusters, some probably from, like, for example, sociological perspective, some from finance perspective, even from finance perspective, some from like academic capitalism, some from cost sharing, some from privatization perspective, some from neoliberal, like that. So just use different approach and apply those into analyzing this issue and provide recommendations to future practice and research. And these are examples of our recent alumni positions. Again, our alumni, the job placement are really high. And one of the reasons is before they come here, they are already highly established like you, and they are already working in higher education institutions or have a strong passion to work in higher education institutions. So, our kind of the course encourage the application of the theory and the method into the critical issues. So that's how the student apply for jobs as well. And so sample alumni positions include employer engagement, in experiential learning, admission counselor, student life research analyst, counseling services, alumni relationship, academic advisor, registrar office, college coach, graduate student service, administrator, global diversity inclusion, and the program. Sorry, this is kind of the women and leadership program. We do have quite a few students every year joining our doctoral program as well. So some of even they apply for those very prestigious research institutions for their doctoral program, like Ohio State or William and Mary College. So yes, so a lot of pathways to pursue in the future. So let me check. So I move back to our program website again. So the last thing is about tuition fee and application. So the tuition fees can be found in this website. So it's about 555 per credit hour if you are out of state. So in state is a little lower. And if you have any questions, we can talk more about the tuition. So this is 30 credits. You can multiply with 30. So that's the total cost of attendance. And application procedure. So again, the current cohort already started in this fall, and we'll welcome new students to join them. So you can start from different stages, different semesters, that's fine. But we try to kind of keep the start time within 1 year, instead of like some student in the second year, some student is still in the first semester. So yeah. And otherwise, the next cohort application will begin in the fall. So the application will be open in the fall, October 2022. So if you miss this deadline. And you want to complete Ohio graduate application and a $50 application fee, and a GRE is not required. And you want to submit an official transcript from bachelor degree and any institution with the graduate coursework that was attempted. So if you want to transfer credits, that's allowed as well. I remember the number of credits you can transfer is 6 credits. So, and autobiography, sketch, or personal statements about 2 to 3 pages. So you can provide a sample of writing. So that's the purpose of why we asked for this. And 3 letters of recommendations. So 1 letter if you have employment history. So 1 letter could be from your previous supervisor. If not, so just the 3 letters could be from your instructors in your bachelor degree program. And a current resume and or CV. So that's kind of the required materials. So this is the application website. If you click apply now, so you will be led to this graduate degree seeking. So because if you are interested in the spring semester, you want to use this link, apply now. So the deadline again for non-Ohio University employees are December 1st. So if this is for future term, so you can apply from this link. But for the next cycle, the application is not open yet. So you can only just use this link now. Let's see whether I missed anything. So I wonder whether you have any questions. So the PowerPoint just finished, so there's no other pages. And I can stop the recording if you feel those are more personal questions.
I don't think I have any questions right now.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, a lot of information to digest. So no problem. So again, so if you have any questions, so here we have the program contact. You just email hisa@ohio.edu, so you can find us. If you are interested in about the current students and also our alumni, what their activities are, and think about picturize what you will be after you graduate from this program. So you can check our website to see who are there, who are the alumni, and who are our current students. So, and check our newsletters as well. Yeah, so here has this information as well. So we have eCampus Recruiter. So this is our eCampus program as well. So the eCampus Recruiter, her name is Tasha Atway. She will respond to your email as well. So if she could not respond, she could not address your question, she will forward to me. So anyway, So we both can be help for this process. So are there any other questions? Just too much information, right?
Yeah, I don't think I have any other questions right now. Just
So yeah,
Yep.
no problem. And I found here we have some interesting stuff. So just to show our program outcome. So this is so small. This were just barred before. So we had a kind of map for where our alumni landed after they graduate. And this is not complete because we have international students as well. So sometimes this online program, we have international students who are sitting in their home country participating in this, the kind of the curriculum, the course. So almost every state, except for a few states in the kind of the Dakota or those areas. So our students are going anywhere in the country, even Alaska. So, and in other countries as well. So, okay. I'm so happy that you joined our informational meeting, and I hope this is helpful for you. And I'm really looking forward to your application, and just want to remind you the deadline again is approaching, that December 1st. Don't want you to miss that. If you have any questions, just follow us and email us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time, and have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Bye.